make a short video here and post on Facebook about a experience that I had today when I went to the mall. And I apologize if you can't hear me very good because there's some kid riding a dirt bike here in the subdivision, and I wanted to come outside to make this video where the light is a little better. But I was going in TJ Maxx today to do a little shopping in the mall, and as I walked up to TJ Maxx, about where the pet store is, I noticed this older gentleman standing there in the middle of the mall, and he had a hat on that said Jesus on it and a t-shirt that said Jesus across it, was holding a walking cane, and he was hollering at people that was walking through the mall. And he hollered and spoke to some man that was a little older than me, and tried to get the man to talk to him, and the man just spoke and went on. And as I got closer to him, he approached me and spoke to me. He come up to me, and he came within just a few inches of me and stood right in front of me, just a few inches. And he asked me, he said, son, he said, if you was to die today, would you spend eternity in heaven? Are you saved? And I haven't heard that in years from people, and I told him, I said, yes, sir. I said, I accepted Jesus as my Savior when I was 7 years old. And we got to talking there. He just smiled and lit up and reached out and shook my hand when I told him that. And he started talking to me about the rapture and Jesus coming back soon, and some of the things he said I didn't agree with, as far as the book of Revelations. And there's so many different opinions on the book of Revelation. It's not anything to divide, a Christian about. I have what I believe to be true, and this man saw things a little different than I do. And but I listened. I didn't argue. I didn't disagree. And he was trying to put a time. He said, by the end of this year, he said, Jesus will come back. I said, brother, I hope so. I said, I'm ready for him to come back today. And that's what I don't believe, that you can forecast when Jesus is going to return, because the Bible clearly tells us you cannot do that. It says the angels in heaven don't even know when he's coming back. So he told me he was 84 years old, and we stood there and talked for several minutes before I left. And I just happened to be reminded of that Bible verse, that be aware of strangers that you meet. You might be entertaining angels unaware. That man really lifted my spirits this morning when I talked to him in the mall. And I hope that I helped him as well, because I know how it is. I used to go on visitation every week when I was a member at Calvary for years, and I know what it's like to knock on doors and be rejected. It hurts, even though you're sharing or trying to share Christ with people, and they're not really rejecting you, they're rejecting Jesus, but it still feels like rejection. And I just wanted to share this on here, and maybe somebody might get some comfort out of it. And maybe instead of being in a hurry wherever you're at and not taking time to talk to people, that's something I want to do. Is if somebody approaches me, I want to be able to spend time with them, to listen to what they got to say, whether I agree or not. Thank you for listening.